Hey, it's Adam aka Swimmingbird, and welcome to, not a game, but the Nintendo Direct. I've never done this before, but we are going to talk over this new bunch of games. Seems fun, so let's give it a shot. I'm going to cut in here when it actually begins, but I'm excited. This is the big June Direct. Let's check it out. All right, we have an M-rated game in here somewhere. M for Metroid? No. I was gonna say, Metroid Prime is like T for teen at most. Conker's Bad Fur Day 2. No, they would never do that. They never should. It's Mario, M for Mario. This doesn't look like mainline. Yeah, okay, so that's Mario and Luigi. Luigi and Mario. Not to be confusing. There's a purple in Mario's hat. Does Luigi have his socks, though? Gotta have the striped socks. Come on, Luigi, show us your socks. This, yeah, graphically does look like, is this a cutscene? Ooh, we got a portal. Is it, maybe it's Partners in Time Remake. I think that's the only one they never remade from the old ones. Just Mario and Luigi. All right, they're back. I really thought the developer of this series closed, but who knows, maybe someone else is making it. They're certainly doing a lot of bro moves. I think that's what they're called, right? Doug Bowser's like, get me Mario games, we need more out. The movie was very successful. We need at least 3 or 4 a year. Okay, Snoutlet. I'm on board with Snoutlet. And launching them out of a cannon, that's always good. Since the 64 days. Oh, Luigi, you're so clumsy. Oh, the extension core instead of the cord. Are they all like electrical power? Yeah, he's got an electric ball. They're weird looking. That's always the thing. When you get new characters in an established series or franchise, it always looks weird. As weird as when you spin the brothers around really fast. Okay, so there's a lot of team-up stuff here. Classic for the series. Luigi has a new idea. Let's play that Rhythm Heaven game where we're bouncing fruit. Peach! Peach had a bandana around her glove. Did you see? A pig I am not. Yeah, Peach isn't gonna get a whole pirate outfit, but if she falls in with the wrong gang, I guess she'll put a bandana on. Yeah, this looks fun. Might try this out. A little bit of strikers in there. Mario and Luigi Brothership. They're gonna be sailing with pirates. And this is also the one where they have to resurrect. Mario, let's resurrect Mom. No, that's Brotherhood. It's gonna be more accurate and true to the Mario and Luigi manga.
That was the first new entry in the Mario and Luigi series in almost 9 years.
So it is new. Yeah, it's been like a decade almost. These games are very beloved. I played a few of them. Bowser's Inside Story. I played Superstar Saga, the first one.
As well as Evolved Bros moves with Mario and Luigi.
This is the more direct, sort of. Or no, Paper Mario is the more direct Mario RPG lineage. I was going to say, this is the weirder offshoot in some ways. Okay, we already knew about this. I really should be in the target demographic for this because I have a lot of nostalgia for the NES, but I don't know, it seems like it could be fun. I'm not that big into speedrunning. Now, can we play these, though, outside of it? Are we going to get all the... I guess they're on the Nintendo Switch Online already. Hit Icarus, I could never beat that game. Most of these I played, you know, over the years. Beat the old Zelda, the old Metroid, just because I was curious about where stuff came from. But yeah, this is one of those competing for high score, you know, lowest time leaderboard sort of games that never really appealed to me. Oh, classified information was what they used to call the Nintendo Power hint section. See, again, nostalgic for me as someone who read Nintendo Power as a kid. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is like the Tetris 99 sort of, or Mario 35 competing against each other online. Okay. It looks fun. It's basically NES remix, but their newer rebranding of it, and there's a gold cartridge. Nostalgic for that. Zelda usually gets those.
The final battle of Fairy Tail is about
to
begin.
Oh, Fairy Tail. Before I got into One Piece, is a character named Happy? before I got into One Piece, I really thought this was like an offshoot from the same mangaka, like the same author. It's just very similar style in a lot of ways. Now that I have watched a ton of One Piece, I know that this is nowhere near as weird as the designs in One Piece get. Seems to be, at least. Yeah, I don't know much about Fairy Tail. I've heard some people were disappointed with it. Is it over? Maybe. They're still making games for it, though. Yeah, I do enjoy One Piece, though. This looks sorta... Is it like a Tales game? I'm gonna say it looks a little Dynasty Warriors, but... Koei Tecmo, okay. Level up your happiness. I didn't know they put their tagline with their logo every time. Alright, not really for me, but...
Multi-dimensional journey.
Okay.
From Final Fantasy series creator Hironobu Sakaguchi.
Is this the mobile game, Fantasian? This one looks interesting because I think it's... Yeah, Fantasian. It's like handmade dioramas. Look at some of these environments. There's kind of a weird disconnect between the characters and the actual setting, but it makes sense. One of them is physically made in the real world, the other's CG. Yeah, look how much the enemies and the characters stand out. You can kind of tell this was a mobile game, but it's intriguing. I have a love of, old diorama physical stuff. The old Fleischer cartoons that Cuphead was inspired by used to do that sort. I think Cuphead has a couple physical things in that game as well. Did it say Dimension? I thought it said Dimension. You're sending things to the dungeon dimension? The Dimension? Yeah, I don't know if the story is as appealing to me. It kind of looks Xenoblade-ish. But this is the old Sakaguchi, the old Final Fantasy head, so. And Uematsu's with the music, so it's a lot of Final Fantasy guys getting back together. Poco Square. Are they? Wait, this came out a couple years ago, right? They're still doing stuff for it?
Basketball is being added as a free update to the Nintendo
These non-me's are a little unsettling I'm just not used to them. Basketball. That was made by James Naismith with a peach basket and a soccer ball to have a sport for the cold winter months. When I was a kid in elementary school, there was a quiz where we had to memorize all this info about basketball, and I still remember it. Peach basket and a soccer ball. Oh, you can just hit each other's baskets out. That's rude.
You can team up with players worldwide.
Cotton candy battle. There's like hints of Splatoon energy. It's like, what if you hit the Mii's with a Splatoonification beam or something? I get what they're,
Nintendo Switch Sports.
Nintendo Switch Sports was insanely popular because it was packed in with the Wii. Or no, I'm saying Nintendo. Wii Sports was very popular, so I get why they're trying to do more with it, but it's just not, I think outside of the motion technology, I'm not as interested. It was gimmicky at the time, it was fun, but I played bowling with Ma and Pa. What is this? Some sort of cord goblin? They're part of the extension cord. Oh, very alien looking. Not a xenomorph, but like alien is an extraterrestrial. There's some Nier vibes, Nier Automata. The music, at least. This looks like a Metroidvania, or I guess people call it a search action game now, Metroidvanias, where you go around, find power-ups, navigate an environment. That's, instead of using a specific game for a genre, it makes sense to have a name. They're running around with their little hair tendrils. I do like that. Kind of a cel-shaded look. This is interesting. Mio, Memories in Orbit. 2025,
it's an
though.
array of cartoon classics.
Hmm?
Leap into a new update for Disney Illusion Island.
I had my hopes up for more Cuphead or something. It's probably a while off. Cuphead 2.
Mickey and friends can help.
What is that? Is that a dolphin?
Mystery and Monarch.
I know this game already came out, but Dash Dolphin.
Use the dashboard to crack each case.
This is Disney being like, okay, you can make more, but you can't have anything interesting happen to our characters. You have to have your own characters.
Later today.
That's kind of what I like when we were talking about the Mario characters that are new. It feels a little bit like they're not allowed to do anything too wacky unless it's with new characters they came up with. Oh, this is Kitty Crossing, right? This didn't come out yet? I thought it would. Okay. I like that you can be a little animal. They're very cute. I think I'm good until we get another mainline Animal Crossing on this type of game. You can ride roller coasters. All right. I guess a minecart. Maybe they were looting and got in trouble.
Let's get loony.
More cartoons. Oh. I used to play the Tiny Toons sports game a lot as a kid. I loved that, the soccer and basketball and stuff. That was Little Beeper instead of Roadrunner, yeah. The Tiny Toons sort of knockoffs of these characters. Oh, we can have Witchy Poo as a goalie? They thought of everything. Where's Foghorn Leghorn?
What's up, Doug?
I say, you're dunking on me, Bugs. I say.
Game on!
Whoa, that sounded weird.
Meeting. New crewmate and imposter roles are being added to Among Us.
Okay.
Others when eliminated
Getting more
as a
werewolf
noisemaker.
mafia.
Plant tracking devices on others as a tracker.
You don't want to wear
Turn
the tracker
invisible while
bandana.
taking out players as a
If you are
phantom.
the tracker, people
Suss
will know.
things out when this free update for Among Us
Suss things
sneaks
out.
onto Nintendo Switch later
Leaning
today.
into it. Okay.
A monster
What else we
army
got?
is at
Ah.
your command.
Monster Corgi Shibas.
This is Felicidad, a realm
Oh.
of monsters. Those who command and
Feliz
raise them are called
Navidad.
Farmagia and play a vital role in the land's civilization.
Okay.
10
Is this-
of Farmagia
this also looks like
must
Fairy
rise
Tail.
up against the
Wait, is that the
oppressive
same
Magus
artist?
to stop his vicious reign of the underworld.
Maggots.
Raise
No,
monsters
I think they
and
said
lead them
maggots.
into the fight against the Magus'
Oh, you can have an army of little
plant seeds
Corgi. I don't like
Then
that guy
cultivate.
standing behind me.
and harvest them to make your buddies come to life.
Harvest them? Ugh. They grow in like
They can
Molotov
then be trained for
Corgi
battle.
tails. Okay, there's elements of this that are definitely appealing to me.
Give commands to your monsters and
Having a
exploit
big
enemy
Pikmin
weaknesses
army
in
of
action-packed
monsters
combat.
and farming them like a Rune Factory or Harvest Moon sort of Story of Seasons. I don't know about the art
All of
style.
battle buddies in your party to call forth
Battle
the
buddies.
giant fusion summon and wreak havoc on your
We got some
foes.
Yu-Gi-Oh in here too. Kill that evil unicorn.
Join the
This guy just
rebellion
really has a
to
lot
stop
of
the
dogs.
madness in Farmagia. Launching on
Farmagia.
Nintendo Switch, November
Okay.
1st.
Alright, that one caught my attention a bit. That is Marvelous, which I think is the studio that has the Harvest Moon rights, if I remember right. They finally remade it! There we go,
Donkey
so this is
Kong
the
Country
first.
Originally released on the Wii system, is
Yeah.
barreling onto Nintendo Switch in
Can we play it
HD.
without motion controls?
Villainous
Yes,
Tiki Cat
hopefully.
tribe has hypnotized the local wildlife.
This was a long time
and
coming, so
stolen
I played the
Donkey
Wii
Kong's
one.
Precious banana horde.
They put it on the 3DS, which had better controls but worse graphics. Now we're finally gonna get
Obstacles
a
in the way?
definitive version,
Just stomp 'em,
which
pound 'em,
I'm surprised they didn't do this sooner, because they got that Donkey Kong
And
theme park
roll
they're
on
building
through.
at Universal
Each level
next
is
to Mario,
filled
and I'm
with
like, they
hijinks,
want
but they're no match for these top
definitely want
bananas
people to know who Donkey Kong is, right? He should
from
be
Manic Mine
in more
Carts.
games, not just the movie. Kind of similar to the Mario
Flying
thing, where
rocket
we got to put out more Donkey Kong because people like the movie.
And even
This is
hitching
it's kind of a
ride on
strange time
Randy.
because Tropical Freeze, the remake
There
of
are
that
plenty of
for Switch came out so
transportation
long
methods
ago.
available.
That one's better,
Pass a
you know, in my
Joy-Con controller
opinion.
to a buddy for two-player
But maybe
local
this will
co-op.
hold up better if it doesn't have motion controls. You can play 2-player.
80 appealing levels are in store, including the
Appealing.
additional levels from the Nintendo
I do like how
3DS
cute
version.
and small Diddy Kong is in this. They like sized him way down,
Donkey
but then he
Kong
rides
Country
on your back
returns
adorably.
HD.
2025, what's
Streams
going
onto
on?
the
I
Nintendo
thought the Switch was
system
on its way
January
out.
16th.
Happy birthday to me, almost.
One of Donkey Kong
Yeah, we might be
Diddy
waiting
Kong's
longer
jungle
for the Switch
escapades
sequel, the
returns in
Switcheroo,
HD.
than maybe I thought. I was thinking
Plenty
maybe
of wild
March next
actions
year,
and
but
antics are in store
they're
with
still
these
putting
Kongs.
stuff out. 2025.
Next,
Diddy's got his
please take a
Nintendo
look at
hat.
this.
Ever the little brand shill monkey chimp thing. Okay. Is this Zelda? The time is not. We can't have two Zeldas with blue hair. The Thunderbird. Is this Zelda 2? It looks like the Thunderbird. Huh? Oh no, okay. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D. I'm very interested in this. I never played 3. This is like one of the most beloved RPGs. I think it was one of the earlier games with a job system in it. I got into these with like 4, 5, 6, the DS remakes. Those were really good. And of course, Dragon Quest. We would not have Earthbound or the Mother series without it, so. I love the Toriyama art. Rest in peace, Toriyama. We're running out of original Dragon Quest creators at this point. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I'm not as big into the... We were just talking about Fantasian having that weird juxtaposed art style. This isn't too jarring. It's good animation on the sprites. Okay. There was a rumor they were going to do 1 and 2, but I think 3 is actually chronologically the first game in that trilogy. They do a bunch of like, okay, these 3 games are linked. 4, 5, 6 are in the same sort of thing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I would not be surprised if they remade the other 2 games. The early Dragon Quests are pretty basic. Like 1 is very basic. You only have 1 character, so maybe it doesn't hold up as well. But they're important games, and they're fun for what they are.
Switch, November 14th.
This was remade on Super Nintendo, so yeah. It's very beloved. I'm excited to try it. Okay. What else we got? Oh! Oh! It's the fanfare. One of the best series themes. And there you okay. We got the Descendants of Erdrick Oroto, so we are getting 1 and 2. The Erdrick Trilogy! Alright. 1 and 2. Oh, that's not in the same game. It's gonna be its own thing. 2025 again. Alright. Got a lot of 2025. Oh, it's Yuji Horii! I met him. Danny and I went to a Dragon Quest IX event in New York City, and I ran into him just wandering around the Nintendo store and got to talk to him. And very nice man. Unfortunate haircuts through the years, but he's getting on, and yeah. This is the original, you know, main creator of the series. I'm glad he's still involved. A lot of games, the creator just kind of disappears or moves on to other things, but this guy has been involved with Dragon Quest from the beginning. Hopefully Dragon Quest 12 comes out within his lifetime, you know, within our lifetime too. Okay. Thank you, Yuji Horii.
Thank you, Mr. Horii.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We hope you're excited to play the entire
I am. This is one of the things in the direct so far I'm the most excited for.
Let's continue with more
What else we got? We're only like halfway through this thing or so. Oh, okay.
Let's have some fun.
I'm not a big Funko guy. He says as he has 5 different baseball bat holders bursting with amiibos behind him on the wall. I have so many amiibos. The amiibos are, at least the Smash ones, are done now. Oh, it's Freddy. Yeah, Funkos are not something I would get into collecting because that's just limitless. They're gonna keep making them until they run out of plastic.
Use special skills and
Shaun of the Dead, everything is in there now.
Each with their own unique
and they're popular, so yeah, it makes sense to make a game with them. But yeah, I'm kind of happy to be free of the amiibo curse. Chucky. But yeah, just walks through the plastic. Should burst through. That's my main complaint. They should be bursting through the plastic. Someone in the company's like, no, they can't destroy the boxes. They have to be mint. They have to go back in the box after you've finished playing with them. I like that the amiibo have another function, though. The Funko are just kind of there to fall over under the weight of their giant heads. This game I'm interested in. I played the first Luigi's Mansion on GameCube when it came out. Launched, you know, as one of my first games on GameCube. I have not touched 3. I was kind of thinking about playing that with Danny so she can be my Luigi, but this game I've heard mixed things about. I know it was on the 3DS originally. It's very long from what I've heard. Isn't there multiple mansions? I'm kind of intrigued. Oh, Denpa, that's a name I have not heard in a long time now. Denpa Man. This is, it's not quite Pikmin. It's not quite Tomodachi Life. Looks like Miitopia a little bit. This is Genius Sonority, I think is the developer. They made the Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD, Pokemon Battle Revolution games. I have a fondness for those old games. Danny and I used to play Battle Revolution and bet lunch on it. For a while, like whoever lost would buy lunch, and then eventually we stopped doing that. Because, yeah. Danny was like, I don't want to do this anymore. That was the restaurant Danny and I went to where I choked on some noodles and I was too, use this as a cautionary tale please, I was too embarrassed to say anything fully, and Danny was just like, spit it out, and I ended up having to, you know, it's kind of gross, but I had to like pull the noodles out, but I survived, as you can tell. Or did I? No. Is this the one? Tactic? No, this is a different, what's going on with Metal Slug? They're pumping out a lot of new Metal Slug games. The early ones are fun. I recommend playing, you know, Metal Slug maybe like 2 or X and 3. They're very fun just to go through. The graphics, the sprites are so well done. This game, I was interested in the first one of these. There's like a wagon now. I've seen people mod in the Delicious and Dungeon or Dungeon Meshi characters into this, which I think is cool, or at least they designed them for it. This has a sort of Bloodborne appeal to me. I think there's even Plague Doctors in that. All right.
More classic titles are on the way.
Okay. Luigi's Mansion, what? No. Oh, this is the way I first played A Link to the Past. Not the ideal way, but I didn't have a Super Nintendo at the time. And 4 Swords, this is the first 4 Swords. Okay, that's good to put on there. Ooh, okay. And this is a good way to play Metroid 1 if you're interested in Metroid.
Zero Mission.
They're getting people ready. They're like, okay, we put out the Prime remake, we put out Zero Mission. I think Fusion might be on there already, right?
Nintendo Switch Online,
oh, here's the M.
Plus collection of games.
What are we gonna... Not conquer. Oh, okay. Turok. Not that great of a game, if I remember. I rented it at the time.
Dinosaur Hunter.
N64 was the era when I would rent a bunch of games into GameCube. We got, oh, Perfect Dark, I think. This is getting a new game, so it makes sense to put this out. My friend had this. It's kind of like a nicer looking GoldenEye, but original for Rare. There was an alien, I remember there's an alien named Elvis in it. You needed the expansion pack for that, yeah. Which I had from Donkey Kong and 64 and Majora's Mask, but...
Set sail to save the day.
Okay, is this Disgaea? Looks like that.
This is Verona, a young woman with the ability to communicate with
I'm 1,000 years old. This is definitely not my type of game already.
Join her on a journey to save her friend Ash.
John DiMaggio?
In this new installment,
not the most appealing thing to put in a trailer, just your protagonist yelling at you. Phantom. This kind of looks like Zack and Wiki. Does anyone remember that from the Wii era? That was a fun game. I don't think this is Capcom though.
You befriended with objects in various ways.
Oh, she popped out of a barrel. Speaking of One Piece, I'm noticing the more I am into One Piece, the more I notice stuff like 1,000-Year Door, and even Zack and Wiki is a good example. Like things that are pirate inspired or take a lot. It's so popular, it makes sense. You see stuff from a certain era. Wind Waker is a good example.
Combined with Verona herself for show-stopping abilities that can turn
Fusion, ha! Oh, she's a cute little pirate now.
The Lost Hero.
All right.
Launches on Nintendo Switch.
Another 2025. Where's the? Speaking of Wind Waker, where's Wind Waker Twilight Princess? Are they waiting for the switcheroo?
Take you for a ride.
I want to take you for a ride. They're bringing that back. This is going to make a lot of people very happy. I played some of these back in the day. I had a play date with, my mom had a work friend who, they had a kid and they're like, you want to hang out with this kid and play stuff? And they had a Dreamcast. And I was so excited to try out Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That was really cool to see. And they had like Sonic Adventure 2 and all these games that I was like, oh, that's so cool, Jet Set Radio. And I had my GameCube I brought, and they wanted to play Super Smash Bros. Melee. And I was like, I guess we can play that. That's kind of how it goes when you have friends. You want to play the games that you don't own. They're really pushing the Punisher arcade game. Oh, this is also the era of the amazing Capcom Marvel art. There we go. They gotta have that. Yeah, I don't think people knew how spoiled they were back in the early 90s with all the Capcom drawn Marvel art. Back when Marvel wasn't really in a position where it was as popular, but Oh, we got a new Mario Party. Uh-oh.
Latest game in the Mario
Okay.
Party series takes
Bowser's
place
invited.
on an
All right.
enormous island resort.
I like when you can play
Get
as
ready
Bowser
to
and stuff.
jump into the biggest selection of Mario Party mini
Oh my
games
god, a lot of
yet in
characters.
Super Mario Party Jamboree.
I was gonna. Some of those animations, like Bowser's pose, looks like the amiibo. Very familiar from Super Mario Party.
The most stars.
So this is in that lineage.
Take the escalators to travel between floors.
Oh, a
in
dead
Rainbow
mall.
Galleria.
Doesn't look that dead, but
Use
give it a couple
in-game
years
coins
now.
to get a star
It's
at
the
half price
Coconut
when they're
Mall
on bar
rival,
sale.
and we can play as
But act
Ninji.
fast.
I'm sure people will be like, "What's that Fall
around
Guys
and stay
looking
on
guy?"
track
No, that's
in
Ninji.
Roll 'em
He
Raceway.
existed way before.
With the new Turbo Dice Item,
Huh?
you can move up to 40 spaces
Mario Kart
with a
looking?
lucky roll.
40
Here on
spaces.
Goomba Lagoon, the ebb
Beautiful.
and flow of the tide can change your path.
When the
Really
Goombas
get
drown,
mixed up when
the bloopers
volcano
play
blows
volleyball.
its top.
Golden
Along
Goombas.
with 5 new game boards, 2
5.
boards from previous Mario Party
Oh,
games
okay.
make
There's where
their
the
return.
Superstars ones went. We never got any
Some
more
mini
boards
games
for
are
that. They saved them
action-packed
for this.
challenges, speed trials,
Sneaky.
a battle
Is that
of wits,
Money Mole riding
and
a
more.
Yoshi?
And some
I'll
are
take
controlled
that.
by gently shaking
Goomba, no
or
arms,
tilting
using a
the
hammer.
Joy-Con controllers.
Motion controls. Okay, as long as they're fun, I don't mind motion
110
controls.
minigames. There's a wide
That was the
variety to
weakness, I
enjoy.
think, of Super Mario Party was the first Wii one, or sorry, the first Switch
20
one.
players can go head to
The
head
minigames
online
weren't as
in the
fun.
Coopathlon mode.
I liked cooking the cube of meat as well as
Compete
anyone
against
else,
your
but
rivals
you know.
and aim for first place.
I think the classic games
Try your
from
best
Super
to come
Mario
out
or
on
Mario
top.
Party Superstars, the names are so confusing. Mario Party Superstars were a bit better, so hopefully these are
Wait,
good.
there are even more
20
new
people?
modes.
Okay.
The
Look at all
biggest
this. Mario and Luigi are
Party
angels?
yet will
Don't
soon
cut
be
those like
underway
that.
when the Super Mario
Ah,
Party
Kaiju
Jamboree game
Bowser.
launches on the Nintendo
They were
Switch
cutting an
system
eggplant and
October
putting the stem
17th.
right in the stew. Unevenly, I might add.
That was the latest
Okay,
installment.
I
in
might
the
try
Mario
that. I
Party
think that would be a
series.
good stream game.
Super
20
Mario
people?
Party Jamboree. With new
Is
boards,
Kamek just not invited to any of the parties? Other he has to
20
take over.
player
Yeah,
online
look.
gameplay and more.
Everyone else
Get
is
ready
playing,
for the
including
biggest
Toad,
Mario
so now
Party in
Kamek has
series
to
history.
be in charge of logistics.
And now, please take
If
a
you're
look at
throwing a
this.
jamboree, you want someone who can do magic, you know? That'll make it a little easier. What do we got? Ooh, Zelda? Yeah. Little tilt-shifted Zelda. This is the Link's Awakening engine, isn't it? Oh, look, she's so cute. I was ragging on Funkos, but no, this is like Playmobil more than... We're fighting Ganon. Ganon's back. I missed that big pig. Is this a remake? Because this seems like they would not show the final boss battle if this isn't something new. I don't think this is Oracle of Ages Seasons remake like people were thinking. This is something else. Oh, oh, he saved her. Wait a sec, is this the Legend of Link? Finally we're getting the Zelda game. The old CDI ones don't count. Never mention those. Bowser gets very angry when you bring those up. Doug Bowser, that is. The rocks. I think this is linked to the past map, right? Maybe that's why they put that on the Nintendo Switch Online. This is a Breath of the Wild moment. Echoes of Wisdom. Oh, okay. The staff.
Hello, everyone.
Tell us,
I'm Luigi
Aonuma. Now that's a good
producer of
hair.
The Legend of Zelda series.
That's a good head of hair. You need to talk to Yuji Horii,
What you
Aonuma.
just saw was the latest installment, The Legend of Zelda.
Share your tips,
Echoes
your
of
product, your
Wisdom.
barber.
This time around, Link has vanished. Now,
Yeah, we
it's
saw
up to
him.
Princess Zelda to step into the protagonist role.
He fell into a dark
You
rift.
might be thinking, will Zelda fight with a sword then?
Oh?
Here, we wanted to create a new gameplay style that breaks conventions seen in past Legend of Zelda games with a top-down perspective.
That makes sense, I guess, but let her fight with a
To
sword.
explain more,
I'm
please take a
conflicted
look at
on this.
video.
Okay. Got some Zelda t-shirt rocking that.
Away. Across the vast lands of Hyrule,
Oh no, Kakariko or...
strange rifts have appeared and have taken many people, including Link.
Link.
Now alone, Zelda meets the fairy
He's
Tri,
gonna know what it's like.
receives a
Try.
mysterious staff called the
Weird looking
Tri-Rod,
fairy.
and sets off on a journey across Hyrule to
Tri-Rod.
save her kingdom. By waving the Tri-Rod at a table,
It looks more like a staff
Zelda
to me,
learned
but-
how to create an imitation of it called an
Oh?
echo. Once you learn an echo
We're doing
of
magic
something,
stuff?
you can recreate it whenever you'd like.
Oh,
Even
this
if
is
there's
gonna
a
be.
wall blocking your path,
Yeah,
you can create
okay.
echoes of
So we're
tables
getting the
to
more
get a leg
2D
up.
style, but with the more,
Just like
you know,
that.
Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom style
You can
innovation
create
of
wooden
gameplay.
boxes, old beds,
That's what this is telling
and
me.
unusual things like water blocks.
Beds?
How you
Oh,
use
okay.
them separately or together is entirely up
Don't
to
mind
you.
down, Zelda.
Learn and
No.
create echoes of things you find while exploring.
Okay, this is
Hyrule.
pretty good. Oh no, not
You might
the
be
sideways
surprised
menu.
at
Make
what
a
you
grid. A lot of people hate the sideways menu in the Breath of the Wild games because it takes a while to get
Even
to stuff. But
battles will look different.
there was a Gerudo in
You
there.
can pick
We're
up
getting
and throw a rock echo, for
Gerudos
example.
in Link to the Past.
That's not all, though.
Okay, she can
You
hit
can
things in the head
also
with a rock.
create
That's good.
echoes of monsters. After doing
Ah.
so, they'll fight by your side.
Yes, yes.
Monsters
Farmagia,
have different
Farmwadia.
abilities,
I'm gonna
so
play
choose
this.
the one you want to create. based
Oh,
on the
this is so
situation.
good.
Wisdom is key, after all.
You can summon meat. Okay, I love this already. Summoning monsters. Jumping on the trees. Link could never. Robot Octorok? Bird friend?
In a Hyrule without Link,
Ooh, was that Impa?
the fate
Ah!
of the kingdom
Got the
is
Deku
bound
Merchant, the
to
Deku
self-its
Tree. I think I saw both river and ocean Zoras. They might have some sort of
How was that?
conflict.
I hope you enjoyed
ones look
this
like the shark
demonstration
style
of
from the
Echo
newer
Mode,
games.
which channels Princess Zelda's wisdom. There are a lot of echoes in this game.
Clone
To be
a
honest,
sign.
I haven't counted them all yet.
Sell your wares. Lizalfos.
How you solve puzzles and battle enemies will change
Beds will be
depending
very
on the
useful.
echoes used. In short,
If you use them on Ganon at the end, they will explode.
Will be different.
Oh, Redeads. Okay.
The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom launches September 26th.
That's really soon. Okay, I need to play
Nintendo
Link's
Switch
Awakening
Lite
remake.
system inspired
And they
by
are
the
still
Legend of
putting
Zelda
out new
series will also
Switches.
be available at launch.
I'm not
We
gonna
hope
get a
you're
new
looking
Switch at
forward
this
to
point,
playing
but
as
you know,
Zelda
to each
in
their
this new
own.
adventure.
Exciting.
Now,
Okay.
I'd like to return this moment I'd
Hyrule
stolen away
Fantasy.
back to Mr.
His
Takahashi.
shirt says that. That's the old. That's the title they used to use for the first
Thank
game,
you,
the early
Mr.
ones.
Aonuma.
Yeah, thank
Please
you.
look forward to the
That's
newest
exciting.
entry in the
I
Legend of Zelda series.
didn't pick up the Link's Awakening
Let's see a
remake
few
because I had
more
played the old
headlines.
one. I was kind of on the fence, but I'm excited for that. Can't believe they let
Let
Grezzo
loose
make a
and
whole
party on.
new Zelda game. It's probably Grezzo because they're the ones who did Ocarina and Majora's Mask remakes on 3DS. They did the Link's Awakening one on Switch we were talking about. So, am I gonna have to mute this? Don't get me copyright claimed, Gaga. These games are always, these are insanely popular, but they're always creepy because there's like a rotoscoped animation where it's definitely real people dancing that they kind of motion capture or draw over, but there's a weirdness to the faces and the way they move that's unsettling. This is like, what if your sleep paralysis demons decided to dance for you? That's kind of how it feels to me. Okay. The hard mode guy looks like he's part of the Sharks from Earthbound. Yeah, this is definitely not a game I'm that into, but I'm sure other people are excited. A lot of people, they sell really well. Oh, they have a pass thing. You have to subscribe to get good songs. Only 4 songs. You get one Green Day song, and that's it. Oh, this was shown already, I think, on the PlayStation event. Whatever they call their direct showcase. These games, this should come out when Echoes of Wisdom come out, because that would continue the tradition of the Horizon games coming out right around when a Zelda game comes out. Unfortunately for them. The first Horizon was right around Breath of the Wild. I think the second one was right around Tears of the Kingdom. They just have had awful luck. Not that they're that similar, but I think this is definitely different from Echoes is gonna be, but you know. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, they have some similarities with these games, the normal ones. You can dress as a hot dog, and this feels like this is not sticking to the Horizons canon. I don't know how the fans of that series feel about it. It's getting a little silly, throwing sharks. That probably doesn't happen normally. Holiday. Okay, so that's going to be after holidays, past September, so after Echoes of Wisdom. Ooh, the other cat game. I probably would not play this on Switch if I had to choose, but I never played this. I was gonna, at some point, play this with Danny, but maybe that'd be a good follow-up to Little Kitty, Big City. I know this came first. No, this seems sadder. You're not just like losing your home, you're losing your cat friends. It's definitely a more Blade Runner, cyberpunk, dystopian sort of setup. But you get a drone. It's a very essential vitamin, B12.
Carefully climb to the
Okay.
highest heights.
Doesn't look like you have to do as much
for yourself.
careful platforming, right? You just hit a button and the cat does the work for you.
Think like a cat to make your way through the city.
I can do that. I've got a couple years of experience of raising some.
Careful though. Not everyone is excited to have
Robots
you
hate
slinking
that
around,
cat.
including hordes of hostile creatures.
That makes sense if a creature that saw a cat would be like, what is that? That's weird. It's cute but unsettling.
Make your way back to safety.
Yeah, I might try this. I'm thinking Untitled Goose Game if I'm gonna go back to an older game with Danny. Or the Cuphead DLC. Yeah, there's other ways to play that though.
Welcome
Alright.
home, Hobbit.
That Hobbit Animal Crossing. We're getting all the cozy crossing lights.
Now, a leisurely existence.
A Lord of the Rings
nestled
game.
away in an idyllic
The Lord of the
quiet corner
Rings.
of Middle Earth can be yours.
Okay, this definitely
Customize
has an
your
appeal.
appearance. Decorate your home.
These
and
hobbits are
settle
looking-
into life in the Shire. As a newcomer to the little haven of
Their makeup
Bywater,
is on point,
you'll
their
befriend your
eyebrows.
neighbors, work
Is that-
together to solve
That's not
problems,
Tom Bombadil,
and
is it?
even share a meal.
I don't know.
Or
They
three.
yassified the
Explore,
hobbits.
garden, fish, forage,
Okay, you can
and
garden
fun.
and fish. This is
The
more like a
best way to build
Stardew,
a
like
Hobbit community is by hosting a dinner party with your homemade dishes.
dinner party.
Plus, you can trade with your neighbors for unique
Everyone's got
decorations or
beautiful
special
curly
ingredients
locks.
for even tastier meals.
I might try this. I don't know. I don't trust the newer Lord of the Rings games after Gollum.
On the Nintendo Switch system
That,
this
that
holiday.
Gandalf definitely looked like a very legally distinct from the movies Gandalf.
Investigate, interrogate.
I think whatever company
checkmate.
bought the rights to the Lord of the Rings for games has been trying to pump stuff out, so I think that's why I'm a little suspect. There's supposed to be a dwarf game coming out at some point, so we'll see. Here's another series I have never played, but I've heard very good things about Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney in general. I don't have a ton of patience for more point-and-click, text-heavy games, even though I like RPGs. I think I want to just be able to move around and click buttons and stuff. But the characters look, you know, engaging and weird and fun. Oh, that's good. Okay. I like when they give you the option. But yeah, the series is so beloved.
Music, including orchestral arrangements, and
Ooh,
more.
they're putting some work into this.
Past and present collide as you
Have they made a
uncover the
new one of
truth.
these in a while? It seems like they just keep re-releasing the old ones. I know quite a few people that just love these the way that I love the Earthbound games, and you know.
Pre-orders begin
All right.
later today
Is that the
on
same day
Nintendo
as
eShop.
right around when the Zelda game comes out? That's stuck in my mind because I'm like, oh, Zelda. That was the big shock for this one. This is Danganronpa, right? They got those weird cross eyes. Another game that I know about, I watched a retrospective because I was like, what is up with that weird black and white teddy bear? What are these games about? So, not a huge fan of the way that they all look very cross-eyed. Ooh, creepy. This looks like Pon Pon, but that one singer style a little bit. The enemies do. Or a bit of Persona energy too. Poor Takumi.
Suddenly appears.
It's Whis.
While Takumi manages
Whisper,
to
or
get out
whatever.
of harm's
He looks
way,
like the
he's then
ghost
forced to
from
enroll at the Last
Yokai
Defense
Watch a little bit.
Academy, along
Oh, wow.
with 15 other students.
Going back to school, even though the world's ending. 15 students that are all the best at some niche thing.
For 100 days.
Is this like a... Okay, this is like a tactics thing.
An academy shrouded in secrecy.
Oh, weird.
And the
Harley Quinn.
unavoidable loss of allies.
My Hero Academia looking crazy
This 100-day
student.
trial, colored by
That little ghost
extreme
is very
and
dapper, but his
despair,
brain
and
is
return to
showing.
his
I don't know
normal
why.
life. The creators of
His heart and his
Danganronpa
brain
present
are still in
the
there.
100-line Last Defense Academy, launching on Nintendo
Oh,
Switch
Aniplex.
early next year.
So there's gonna be animated cutscenes, I guess, from
Embark on a
Aniplex.
saga spanning
That's one of those brain
generations.
worms. Aniplex. SaGa. I've never played any of the SaGa games. That's a theme for a lot of these. Romancing SaGa, yeah. This looks nice, though. Graphically a lot nicer than some of the... Not to throw any shade, but some of the other games on here have been a little mobile, a little upgraded 3DS looking. I mean, Luigi is literally an upgraded 3DS game, but...
In combat,
I don't like harpies. I just saw there's a harpy lady. I think I've said that before. They unsettle me. Sometimes it can be used to good effect. Dungeon Meshi, again, has some really creepy harpies in it. Other times, like that one sculpture, there's that creepy harpy sculpture that, it was called Momo, but that's not actually the name of it. It was destroyed. Washington State?
And in which order will you fight the 7 heroes?
Octopus guy, also creepy.
Every decision you make will dramatically
But yeah, I think
alter the
harpies
course
could be
of
a
the
very
story.
effective form of unsettling if they have like bird mannerisms, but
Future and protect your
weird
legacy from peril.
human face.
Otherwise, the vengeful 7 heroes may emerge victorious.
Vengeful 7. Does she even have, she just have wings, okay.
Revenge of the 7 launches on
Second
Nintendo
one.
Switch, October 24th.
Yeah, I'm glad that a lot of these old, Square Enix stuff is either being remade or they're
We hope
continuing
you're
older
excited to
series.
experience the full remake of Romancing Saga
Yeah.
2.
That's what I thought. I
That's
knew that
almost
series had been
everything for
around.
Today's Nintendo Direct.
Oh no.
Next
One
will
more
be
thing?
our last announcement. Please
Okay.
take a look.
Here we go. Please take a look. What is it gonna be? Oh, yep, Metroid, Galactic Federation. Federation Force 2. No. This has gotta be Prime 4, right? Yeah, look at that. She's got a new ship, as always. Samus just can't she keeps trading in her ships. They always look like her helmet and visor. She's the type of person that gets a vehicle and then wants to get a new one after. It's been a while though, so she's got kind of like silver in her suit a little bit. Her suits remind me of Iron Man, how they change a lot subtly through games. We're getting some sort of battle. Space pirates. It was nice of them to wait till she landed to launch a big missile. This looks like maybe the opening to the game when you still have all your powers. And I'm mixed on the scan visor. I'm the type of person that I'm like, I want the lore, I want to, use it, but it can bog down the game if you feel like you have to scan everything. In Prime, you could miss scan points, so you can just watch them as you roll around. This definitely feels like tutorial, powerful Samus before she gets bonked on the head and loses all her powers. Early in the game sort of thing. Metroid's, it's Sylux! I think that's his name, right? Sylux? He was from Hunters, originally. And was it? They were in 3. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Alright, it got a subtitle. Like Prime 2 Echoes. I'm just thinking of Echoes of Wisdom now, Zelda. This looks beautiful. Is this the switcheroo, though? Are they giving us the switcheroo and this actually isn't running on Switch? Because this looks pretty nice. 2025. That's probably the distillation of this Direct is 2025. Okay. Some good stuff in there. Oh, actually, we're getting Mario Party this year, right? Zelda. Some good stuff. There's definitely exciting things.
After a very long time, we are finally able to
very
share
long.
more information about this
Last one came out on the Wii.
Release is planned for 2025.
Yeah.
So please wait a
Did
little
they
bit
say
longer.
Switch at all?
We hope you're looking forward.
I have a lot
to
of
Samus
fondness because
Aran's
Prime
new adventure.
1 was how I got into Metroid. Prime 1 and Fusion came out at around the same time.
Thank you for watching.
And I got really deep into the Metroid games for a while there. I played 2 and 3, but never got all the way through them, so... Yeah, Prime 1, though. I finished it, loved it, changed my life. I'm excited. Maybe I'll give the new one a shot, but I'm happy for Metroid fans, especially because that has been a very long time coming. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching and listening to me squawk over this thing. So, big takeaways. I think Zelda I'm the most excited for. Just having something new in that 2D, sort of 2D, you know what I mean, a 2D style Zelda that harkens back to the older gameplay, but with the innovations of the new stuff. Being able to spawn in monsters and old beds is very exciting. I like, it kind of goes with Zelda being wisdom because it's like puzzles. and using, you know, your brain. I don't like that she can't just use a weapon too. I guess I'm torn, because it'll make you have to use the monsters and stuff, which I love. Having summons and things, pets. But at the same time, I'm like, maybe Zelda should be allowed to use more than just a bow, right? She had a sword in Twilight Princess and then dropped it. Anyways, that aside, I am very excited for that, and there's a few other things. Like, yeah, some of them, I think it was a lot of like, oh, I want to give that a shot. Mario and Luigi Brothership, Metroid Prime 4. I'm excited for the Dragon Quest remakes. Great way to get into that series, it seems like, and a good way to go back and experience them. But yeah, there's some good stuff in there. So many things that I can't remember all of it off the top of my head. Either way, thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like. Maybe subscribe if you want to see more of this type of thing. Leave a comment and let me know, because I want to know what you guys think. I had a good time being able to watch something, talk over it, not have a controller in my hand, and split my brain between playing a game and talking over it. So I probably rambled too much. I will leave you at that. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the future. Goodbye.